What's going on, you brothers? Can you brothers hear me loud and clear? How's my audio, brothers? Before I go any deeper into this live stream, because it's going to be a very important one. Am I coming in loud and clear, brothers? Please press a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, brothers. We're going to break it down tonight, man. No games, straight serious talk. Straight serious talk. How's my audio coming in, brothers? Okay? Press a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, brothers. It's your dude, Mr. International Passport. What's going on, brothers? How's my audio? Can y'all hear me? Press a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Miss International, thank you. Deshaun Wilson, John Thomas, Michael Conte, Tucker, thank you very much for confirming that I'm coming in loud and clear. So, brothers, it is your dude, your gracious host, Mr. International Passport. I'm here again for yet another classic live stream, a very serious live stream where I hope it reaches the ears of brothers, whether you're a subscriber or not a subscriber, whether you watch my channel frequently or not. It's for black men all around the world, straight black men. Okay, so first and foremost, brothers, a huge shout out to my subscribers and those who have supported the channel over the past few years. It is greatly appreciated. And welcome aboard to the new subscribers and viewers. I welcome you and accept you into the International Passport movement. As soon as you come in, brothers, please hit the like button throughout the stream. Make sure you you join the Patreon. Make sure you hit the super chats and cash apps. Support the stream throughout tonight. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. So, brothers, let me get straight into the meat of things. Okay, I've been thinking about, the current state of black men worldwide. Okay, I read the news a lot. I see what's happening around me and in my environment. Okay, I see who makes the power plays, who runs the world, who runs certain countries, certain communities, certain industries. I see that, I watch, and I observe. But one common thing that I see is that black men are not dominating. Black men are not in the power table, on the power table, making powerful decisions. And in 2022 and beyond, that has to change. Okay? I want black men to have bigger dreams. In fact, I want black men to run this world. I don't want black men settling for second best, settling for, okay, okay roles. I want black men to dominate and become elites. Okay? Black men need to dominate and become elites. We have to run our communities. We have to run the jobs that we work in. We have to run the industries we work in. And ultimately, we have to run this world. Okay? I want black men to dominate everything we put our minds to. Okay? What I'm seeing around the world, what I see in the UK and America, even in Africa too, black men are not up there. I came across a recent video that happened in Kenya. Okay, in Kenya, an African country, black people were being denied entry into a club in a black country. The bouncer said that only whites and Indians are allowed inside, no black people in a black country. Then, when I dig into things deeper, I find that Indians are running Kenya, and Kenya is a black country. Brothers, we got to change that. You know, we cannot be having that kind of foolery and nonsense happening in our own backyard, happening in America, happening in the UK, happening in what country that black men live in. I repeat, black men need to dominate and need to become elite. Okay? Black men need to become financially powerful. Okay? We have to become financially powerful where we can flex our muscles and, you know, buy what we want, invest in what we want, and ultimately control what we want. Black men are dispersed all around the world. There's black men in Africa, in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, wherever we have to dominate. We have to rule. Okay? Now you brothers can if you watch my channel over the past few years, you can kind of get a gist of the kind of brother I am. I'm respectful, I'm kind, but little do you know, brothers, I'm thinking about dominating. No cap. I'm thinking about dominating in what I do. I want to be better than every other person. Okay? But I want black men collectively to come together. I, what I hate seeing is black men competing against other black men. Black men need to stop competing with other against other black men. Black men should compete against other men of other races and culture and aim to dominate them. Okay? What I do, brothers, in real life, I appear friendly, I give handshakes, I speak to people of different background and cultures, but I still want to do better than them. I want to dominate them. I want to become more elite than them. And I want my brothers, I want to see black men on that throne. I want to see black men wearing that crown. Black men being untouchable. Okay? There needs to be a movement where black men are first, where black men put the interest of other straight black men first. When black men start thinking collectively, and that single goal is to become better than everybody else and dominate everybody else. Essentially, I want black men to rule this world. Okay? But we can't just rule the world by saying we want to rule the world. We have to do things step by step. It starts by ruling whatever industry or jobs that we work in. Big shout out to Theo Waff for the upcoming IT conference. And I'm going to say this right now, brothers. This is a decree from the words of International Passport. Black men need to dominate and control IT. Okay? There needs to be a huge influx of passport brothers wanting to get into IT and dominating IT, controlling IT, making powerful moves within IT, networking with any other brothers within the field of IT. It's got to start from somewhere. We have to we have to take something, flood ourselves into it, and dominate it. This is what the Indians and Chinese are doing in Silicon Valley in California. Brothers, do you hear me right now? This is a very serious dream right now, brothers. We all know what's happening in Silicon Valley in California. Indians and Chinese have flooded that industry and they control Facebook, they control Google, and they control every other tech company in Silicon Valley. And you know what they do, brothers? They lock black men out of it. They lock black men out of the top jobs. They don't hire black men, and it's a goddamn shame. But there are other industries in IT that black men have to flood themselves into. Theo is pushing the cloud stuff to you brothers. So that means we have to flood cloud in IT. Okay, we got to flood the cloud space within IT and make it ours and dominate it. We gotta become elites. Yes, it's all happy traveling around the world, meeting dime women, but the money's got to be on point. The mentality has to be on point. You know, your health has to be on point. Your mind state has to be on point. Okay, brothers, get your mind state right. You know, Like I keep telling you, brothers, over the past few streams, we have to execute and we have to be consistent. Once you start something, finish it and finish it to the best of your ability. You know, I want to see black men run this world. It pains me every day when I wake up, I see a company, right? I see a company IPOing. I see a company IPOing its company, and the CEO ain't even black. The investors aren't black. The directors aren't black. Black men, 2022 and beyond, we have to make a great change. We have to change our mind state, and everything we do, everything we touch, everything we put our minds to, we have to seek to dominate it. I want to see in the next few months or next couple of years, black men dominating the cloud space of IT, black men dominating another space within IT. It starts from there. You know, we got to dominate. We have to dominate, brothers. We have to get power. We need power in this world. Black men have to get power. Black men have to run this world. We got to run things. At current state, we don't run much things. A lot of you brothers will say, "Hey IP, we run hip hop. Hey IP, we run the NBA or the NFL." No, brothers, you don't. We don't run anything. And we're too obsessed with rap music. We're too obsessed with sports because we see people that look like us making great plays, making great passes. But the guys who actually run the NFL and NBA are old white guys. They're old white guys. And it's the same for rap music. Sony, owned by a Japanese company, they're the ones that push out rap music. Universal Studio Music, they ain't run by brothers. It's run and dominated by people that are not black, people that are not black men. A lot of us in our community have our priorities set the wrong way. We are prioritizing and we are focused on the wrong things. We're focused on rap music. We're focused on too much sports, but we're not focused on dominating. We're not focused on getting power. We're not focused on becoming elites. It's crazy, brothers. Every day I wake up, I'm thinking, how do I become elite? How do I become elite? How do I dominate? Because, brothers, I'll tell you this right now. I want to run things. I want to make power moves. I want to be at the table. And rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was saying that black men, you deserve to be on that table too. And let me give you a bit of context behind Kevin Samuels' words. Kevin Samuels said that he would go into meetings, he would see meetings from afar, but he would never see black men in those power meetings. And these meetings are where decisions get made that affect many people in the company or around the world. So when things are being said, when things are being signed, black men are not there to put their opinions forward. To me, that is one of Kevin Samuels' greatest ever videos. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels the Great. We have to get our own table. We have to dominate. My dream is to see a bunch of brothers sitting around a big table making power moves, dictating a country, dictating a company. Every day I wake up, I'm thinking, how do I become elite? How do I dominate? Right? How do I level up? How do I become the best? Black men, Every day you wake up, you have to tell yourselves, I want to be better than the next man. Okay? I want to be better than the next woman included, because a lot of you brothers sent for these women. A lot of you brothers, you give these women passes. 2022, we gotta stop giving women passes. Women are our rivals too. I want to be better than every woman out there. Okay? And when I say black men dominate and become elites, I don't want to see black men dominating of any other black people. Okay? Black men should not dominate over any other black men. Black men should support any other black man. But anyone that's not a black man, anyone that's not a straight black men, you must dominate them. You must dominate them, black men. You know, we got to start making power moves. You know, me seeing Theo do what he does, Theo inspires me every day because I've never seen a black man like Theo in my entire life. No cap. You know, Theo is an inspiration to me. I want to be like Theo. I absolutely want to become like Theo. Theo dominates. Theo is an elite. And that's why he gets my respect a lot. Because I know for him to reach that kind of status must have been very hard and a lot of hard work. It must have been a lot of consistency, and that's why I'm pushing consistency on this channel. When you start something, black men, you have to finish it. When you start something, black man, you must finish it and you must execute. And shout out to Mr. Handel King, who did tell me earlier this year when I asked him, okay, how can I make myself better? How do you make yourself better and on this path to greatness? He told me, IP, you got to be consistent. You know? So, a bunch of you brothers, when you join Theo's IT course, you make sure you finish it. You make sure you pass that exam. You make sure you smash everything Theo told you to do. Because it's not a game out here, brothers. You know? It's not a game. Do you want the freedom to travel to any country in the world and get any foreign woman that you want to? Do you want to make power moves? Do you want to be great? Then you must dominate and you must become elite. You know? I have given up hope on the black community, but I have hope for the black men in this passport movement. I repeat, I have hope for black men in the international passport movement. I have hope for you, brothers. You know, we have to flood one industry, and I'm hoping that it will be IT. I believe that black men can dominate IT. We have to flood IT. We got to flood something and make it ours and dominate. So we can hire other black men and pay other black men well. Okay? So we can hire intelligent passport brothers and pay them very well. You know? It's a shame that there are other groups of people that are not black that dominate certain industries. But there are key industries where we can get in ourselves, and then slowly and surely, we'll dominate it. We have to outperform anyone. We have to be cutthroat. Do you hear me, brothers? We have to be cutthroat. A lot of brothers, I understand that Google, Facebook, Microsoft, etc., the top companies are dominated by Chinese and Indians. But guess what, brothers? What is the next step below that? Okay, it may be an MSP. It may be a mid-sized company. So why don't we flood these companies that are not already being controlled by certain people? And then once we get in, we dominate that company, we dominate that industry or that department, and then we bring in other intelligent black men. We have to do that, brothers. You know, yes, there's some companies that are lost causes, but the companies that are not lost causes, let's dominate that. Maybe one day it'll be a bunch of brothers running Salesforce from behind the scenes. Maybe one day it'll be a bunch of brothers, running Oracle from behind the scenes. But we got to start somewhere and we got to dominate it. And I think IT is the industry where brothers have to dominate that industry. And within IT, it's cloud. Maybe it's cloud, maybe it's cybersecurity, but we have to pick our niches and dominate it. We must become ruthless and cutthroats. We must become ruthless and cutthroats within cloud, within cybersecurity, within software engineering, within Java programming or Python programming. Let's make ITRs. Let's dominate. Black men need to become elites. We need to start thinking we're elites. We need to start thinking about dominating other people. We have to start thinking about wanting to be better than other people. Every day I'm on the train, I'm on the bus, I'm thinking, I see the person opposite me, and whatever job he does, I want to be better than him in every single thing in his life. I want you brothers to run this world. I want you brothers to become the kings that you really are. We have to run this world. We have to dominate. We have to become elites. You know, we are falling behind in the things that matter in this world. And shout out to the other brother who came on the channel the other week. You know, he was saying that, oh, we're doing well in media and entertainment, and respectfully so. Jay Bones and Thomas Demihin, they corrected him. Media and entertainment does not run this world. Being a comedian, being a rapper, being an actor, yes, they make a lot of money, but the average person cannot become an actor. You know, the average person cannot become a rapper. And these are fields that do not dominate or run the world. I've always told brothers on the channel, IT, finance, law, healthcare, those are the best, and politics. Those are the 5 key industries that run this world. We have to flood those industries. We have to work hard and gain positions of power within those industries. You hear that? I want to see and hear black men in positions of power, dominating, being elites, being cutthroat, but of course being helpful and being mentors to other for the other upcoming black men. Did you hear me, brothers? We have to mentor and we have to look after other black men. This is what Indians and Chinese do. They are ruthless and cutthroat on anybody that's not Chinese or Indian. And we got to start doing that too. You know, it's just like me, my real life. I'm very helpful towards black men, other black men, intelligent black men. If you're a black man that's a pookie and worry, ain't no saving you. You keep the hell away from me. But if you're a hardworking, intelligent, studious black man, yes, you have our support. You know, that's the black men, in my opinion, that matter. Black men who study, black men who are educated, black men who are conservative, black men who are incredible, black men who work hard. They're the black men that should matter, and they are the black men that must dominate and become elite and run this world. We cannot settle for second best. We cannot settle for third best. We got to be at the top. You know, I want to see you brothers at the top of the skyscraper, hands in pockets in your $1,000 suits, looking down on the buildings from the skyscraper, being CEOs, being CTOs, being CFOs. Yeah, black men, that is your destiny, running ish, becoming more powerful, dominating, being elite, you know? I want black men to have that aura of being elites, that aura of dominance. When people see you, when people are around you, they fear you, they respect you, they bow down to you. I want every other group to bow down to straight black men. I want every other group to be at our mercy. I want black men to dominate every single thing. I want black men to be the elites of the elites. I want black men to be the 1% of the 1%. I want black men to be the 0.1% of the 0.1%. You hear where I'm going with this, brothers? Because, brothers, there are things that happen in this world that we don't know about. There's a small group of people that run things. And Lord willing, whenever it is, that small group of people will be black men one day. Black men making power moves. Black men becoming more powerful. Black men becoming more richer than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. You know, we can do it, black men. We can dominate. We can become elites. And brothers, can we get the likes up, brothers, please? And can we get the support flowing in? Hit the cash app, hit the super chats to support the stream and the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated, man. You know? And black men, we have to make sure that when we have our children, we raise them to become very powerful individuals. Individuals that run things that are elites. So every day you wake up, brothers, there needs to be a mentality change. There's got to be an aura of confidence. I want black men to become more confident. I want black men to wake up every day thinking to themselves, wherever your name is, whether it's Mark, whether it's Theo, whether it's Thomas, I want to dominate. I want to be the best. I want to become elite. You know? And shout out to Thomas Demihan, networking as well. Networking is very important. Having the gift of the gab is very important. Brothers, you can't make successful business deals if you're a shy person, if you're very reserved. You got to speak. You got to be influential. And black men need to become more influential. Forget about rap music. Forget about sports. I don't want to hear that no more. Influence to me is business. Signing deals, convincing a head of state to buy your products. I want to see black men become CEOs. I want to see black men in position of power. I want to see black men in positions of ownership. That's it, brothers. You know, black men have to dominate. There's no way around it. You know, get rid of your demons, get rid of your whatever thing is dragging you back mentally, and change your mind state. Every day must be, yes, I will be the best. Yes, I will be on top. Yes, I will dominate. I will control. I will be elite. All it takes is a bunch of black men to come together to make power moves. You know, I want to see black men become managers in one company and hiring other black men. And that black men will hire another black man. We have to dominate. It starts from the top all the way to the bottom. So black men have to support other black men, but black men in general, as a collective, must dominate over every other group of people and anything and any industry. Our time is now. It's a shame that our ancestors who went through, slavery, Jim Crow, oppression, and things that are a lot more worse than we go through. It's a shame that they don't have the opportunities that we have in 2022. But I always say this, right? When you're great, the ancestors are smiling down at us. Ancestors are smiling down on us, right? Shout out to Jay Electronica, the rapper. He said this one day. Um, the prayers of the slaves are the wings that carry us. I repeat, the prayers of the slaves are the wings that carry us. Black men, we are going to soar to the top. We are going to dominate. I want to be the best. I want to be great. I want to become the greatest you brothers will ever see. That should be your mentality. So every day you go to work, everything you touch, anything you put your mind to, you are going to dominate and become elite. Okay? I want to be the very best. The best that no one was. A Pokemon could stand the chance. Let me get back on this talk, man. But you get what I'm saying, brothers. And shout out to that Pokemon theme tune back in the day. But brothers, I'm gonna open up the phone lines in 10 minutes and I want you to call in and I want you to speak on your experience on wanting to be the best, on wanting to dominate. Speak on that, brothers. Speak on that. Tell me your motivations. Tell me if this dream uh, turned on something in the back of your brain. IP is right. Or whether you dominate already like Theo. And shout out to Mr. Theo Waff. You know, I repeat, shout out to Mr. Theo Waff. Theo is the chosen one. I already told him that already. Whether he believes me or not, I don't know. But Theo is one of the chosen ones. Me meeting Theo was fate. It was meant to happen because Theo has ignited a flame within me and other brothers too. Seeing Theo do what he does, seeing Theo with his mind state, seeing Theo as to what he's gone through and where he is now, man, I better push myself to the very limit. 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 All it takes is one black man. Doesn't matter where he's from. Doesn't matter how he looks like. Doesn't matter who he is. All it takes is one black man to change a million. Theo, you've changed me, Theo. You really have. Thomas, you've changed me, bro. Thomas Demihan, you've changed me, brother. I want to be elite like Theo. I want to dominate like Theo. Theo dominates. Theo is elite. Theo has an aura of excellence to him. And that motivates me every morning. That motivates me every single goddamn day, brothers. I can't be out here playing around. I can't be out here stressing over Western women. I can't be out here half-assing myself in things that I put myself that I work on. So if I'm learning a new language, if I'm studying for something, I'm gonna execute and I'm gonna be consistent. And I want to be the best in that particular thing I put my mind to. I want to dominate. We gotta dominate, brothers. We gotta be in positions of power. We gotta be elites, you know? And one day I dream of a place called the International Passport Avenue, where it's a bunch of houses and a bunch of a long road and avenue where property has been bought by black men from this channel because they become elites and they dominate because they're flexing their financial power. Let me repeat myself again one more time, brothers. One day I dream of an avenue, a place in a country that suits our needs and our ideas as conservative brothers, that has foreign women, that has a great financial system, a great economy. And there's one long avenue, a long road, and the houses are owned and bought by members of the International Passport Channel. And it's black men with their foreign women living in those houses with their children, or being a couple, whatever. But it's just black men who are elites from this channel, from this very channel, the International Passport Avenue. Let's work towards that, brothers. Whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this channel will always be here. I'm going to keep pushing out this movement. Black men, we are going to the top. It is destined, it is written. It is written by the powers that be, by God Himself, that we are going to the top. We will dominate. The black man will rise again. There will be millions upon millions of Mansa Musas. We are going to dominate. But, brothers, your mind has to be right. You have to believe. You have to believe in yourself, believe in the movement, believe in everything. Believe that you will conquer. You will conquer all your enemies. You will conquer everyone that stands in your way, mentally, physically, whatever. Your mind is the most powerful thing. The rise of the elite black men. Yes, Lord willing. You know? And maybe next year, in the next Manosphere conference, it's going to be 100,000 black men in suits who have who are powerful, who are elites. Imagine the type of thing. Imagine that image. Imagine that scenario. How that can change our image worldwide. These powerful black men coming together to move mountains. It's coming very soon, brothers. It's coming. I feel it. We're the chosen ones. We are. Brothers on this channel, if you're on this channel right now, if you watch this channel, if you are subscribed, you are the chosen one. You're the chosen black men. We are going to become the greatest group of black men the world will ever see. From this channel, they will become CEOs. From this channel will come forth CEOs, directors, managers, CTOs. Black men who run things. And maybe from this channel, we will see the first ever trillionaire. I know that's me thinking big and dreaming big, But what's the point in living if you don't dream big? What's the point in living life if you don't dream big? So, black men, dream big, become elites, achieve your goals, become elites, be in positions of power, be in positions of power. And of course, brothers, execute and be consistent. I said my piece. That was just on my mind over the past few weeks. Seeing things around me and not seeing black men dominating, not seeing black men on that table where power moves are being made. Every day, brothers, in America, power moves are being made, but black men are not making those power moves. Black men are not involved in those power moves. That will change. That has to change. That will change. That must change, brothers. That must change. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Once again, in the words of the great Kevin Samuels, black men, you deserve to be on that table too. Black men, we deserve, you deserve to be on that table too. You hear that, brothers? And if we can't, and if we can't get on that table, we make our own table. We make our own table. We push in the door. We push in the door. Like Jay-Z said in one of his songs back in the day, I can't remember, you know? What did he say? He said one thing: the higher he goes, the less black men he sees. So that means that we have to kick in the door. There's got to be 1 million black men in suits that will run this world. More than 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. I don't care if you're African. I don't care if you're Black American. I don't care if you're from the UK and you're black. I don't care if you're Black Canadian, Black German. This is a global black male thinking. Black men in Africa have to dominate and be elites. My Black American brothers in America, my brothers in America, black men, you must dominate and be elites. My black brothers in the UK, you must dominate and be elite. My black Canadian brothers in Canada, you must dominate and be elite. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. There needs to be 1,000 more field WAFs. There needs to be 100,000 more field WAFs. There needs to be 1 million more field WAFs. There needs to be 100 million more field WAFs. Black men with that power that Theo has. Black men with that mentality and that eliteness that Theo has. Black men with that aura that Theo has. So let's get it, brothers. Execute, dominate, be elite, and don't forget to be consistent. When you start something that will be a great thing, and you know it will be a great thing, you must finish that. You must finish that, brothers. Finish that. Even if it means doing it for half an hour every day, 10 minutes every day, you're still being consistent. That's what it takes, brothers. Consistency. Consistency to achieve a goal, an objective that will change your life for the better. You hear me, brothers? We must rule. Every day you wake up, the mentality should be, whatever your name is, I must dominate, I must be elite. It's sort of like, have you brothers watched The Simpsons before? And in the Simpsons opening, you see Bart Simpson's writing on the board, because he got in trouble. That should be you, brothers. Brothers, it's got to be repetitive, be consistent, be elite, be dominant, and believe in yourself, brothers. I said my piece. Let me read the super chats, and let me put Mr. Thomas Demahin on blast here. So where is that comment you said just now? He says here, plan, analysis, execute, and repeat. Facts, Thomas. Facts. Work towards that goal, execute it, and be consistent. Be consistent. Thank you, Thomas. So let me read the super chats and let me get some callers in. And it's going to be a special stream tonight. Brothers, let's be serious about this stream. Let's speak about being dominant, being elite. Speak about what you see in your environment, whether it's Chinese, Indian, or wherever a group of people dominating and black men aren't there. Black men got to be on that table. Let's get it. Shout out to Mr. Theo Waff for the $20 super chat. Payment for your words, not lyrics. Hey, thank you, Theo, man. Appreciate the kind words, Thomas. Appreciate the kind words, Theo. Appreciate you, bro. I want to be the very best. The best that no one was. A Pokemon can stand a chance. Of the powers that beyond. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, all those fantasies. When the world has just become. I want to be the. Hey, shout out to you, Theo. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Thomas Demihin for the £1.79 super chat. Thank you, Thomas. I'm ahead of my Asian mates. Consistency is key. Yes, indeed, Thomas. And may you continue be ahead of your Asian mates. May you dominate them. May you have power over them, and may you be more elite than them, Thomas. Thomas, I'm rooting for you, Thomas. You got a big future ahead of you, Thomas, and you got to achieve your dreams, Thomas. I believe in you, bro. I want to see you be at the top of your game in everything you do in a few months or in a few years' time, Thomas. I believe in you, bro. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. J Rod for the $999 super chat. Preach, bro. Appreciate you, J Rod. Thank you, bro, for the kind words. Much love to you, brother, and all the brothers who support this channel. Thank you, Jay. Shout out to Mr. Amos Brown for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Amos. Appreciate you, brother, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Gold Samurai for the $999 super chat. Already looking at flights for Germany, bro. Appreciate all your hard work. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Gold Samurai. Before you head off to Germany, Gold Samurai, make sure you go to the Manosphere conference next month from 9th to 11th in Philadelphia. Details on that are on my Facebook group. Join my Patreon Diamond tier to get quick access to my Facebook group to book your place there. If you skip the Patreon process, be warned that there will be a long verification process to make sure that you brothers or whoever's requesting are not trolls and agents of chaos. Okay, we don't want no Pookie and Ray Rays coming to the conference. Shout out to Mr. John Gibson for the $10 super chat. I missed the same thing as NT and will watch all 4 hours of it. Thank you, IP and at TheoWath. I can't stay long today. It's almost my cloud study time. Beautiful. That's what I want to hear. Consistency, studying towards a great cause and something that will change your life and you can become elite. Okay? Take control of your life. It starts with you fixing yourself permanently, fixing yourself as an individual and then caring for other black men. Sort of like Theo. Theo doesn't have to do what he does for us. Theo doesn't have to do the Manosphere conference. He's good either way, but he cares for other black men. He wants to see other black men succeed and dominate and become elites, And shout out to Theo for that. He fixed himself first, he got himself in order first, and now he's helping other brothers out. And that's what I want to see from more brothers in the future. So well done, John Gibson. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Russian Spy Sleazeball for the $5 super chat. B007, the BT version. Oh man, thank you, bro. Yep, I definitely get that joke. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Shalom Tomas for the $2 super chat. Bros, the Lord created us first. We are a special race. Yes, indeed. You know, we it is scientifically proven that the first people to work this earth were black people, black men. So that means, and if you read the Bible says that God, we were created in the image of God. So if we are the first people to work to walk this earth, that must mean that God and Jesus Christ are black men. Let me repeat myself. The Bible says that we were created in the image of God. Black people, black men, were the first people to walk on planet Earth. That means God and Jesus Christ are black men. So we are a special group of people by default. So every day wake up with that confidence that God and Jesus Christ are black men. That's why I believe, and that's facts. Thank you for that, Chilo Tomas. Much appreciation, bro. Awesome. Let's do this. All right, now let's get the callers in. Okay, be serious, brothers. Any trolls will be disciplined. Okay, let's do this. Call in. All right, call in, brothers. Yeah, call in. I will pin the call-in link. Replace pin message. All right, call in, brothers. This has been a great stream. Let me get some water real quick. I see you, Jason. Thank you for confirming, bro. Jason, can I bring you in with your camera on, or do you want to turn it off? It's up to you, bro. Give me a thumbs up if you want your camera on. Okay. Okay, no. All right, turn your camera off. Let me bring in Mr. Jason. Mr. J Bones, you be confirmed. Thank you, brother. Jason, what's going on, bro?
Not much. Just enjoying your live stream. Um, I caught your show the other day with Mr. Theo for the Black Manosphere Conference. I'm definitely trying to make my way up there because I'm in the Maryland area, so Philadelphia's right up the road. So it's imperative that I get there. Work might be in the way, it's dealing with tech stuff, but it's very entry level, nothing too amazing, but it's definitely up the field that I'm trying to get into.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that, bro. Awesome. Awesome. So, brother, what's your thoughts on this live stream in regards to, dominating and, being elites as black men? Because we need to be that, brother. Do you agree or do you disagree, brother?
I definitely agree. You know, um, for the longest time, I feel as though black men have been, very go along to get along, and we've been thinking about the interest of everybody else, even if it's been at the detriment of ourselves.
Mm,
But I think within the past 2 years, everything is coming ahead. Everything has come to a head, and I think that a lot of us, not all of us clearly, but a lot of us have woken up and realized the what needs to be done. You know.
absolutely. Yes. There's been a change in the past few years, last 2 or 3 years, and it's been a change for the better. You know, I will personally say that people like, Theo, Thomas, J Bones, and a few others have changed me and my mind state
Mhm.
in terms of me wanting to dominate and be elite. I can sense that aura coming from those brothers, and it's changed me mentally because I do want to be elite and I want to dominate anyone apart from black men, obviously, because black men have to dominate together, like other groups of people do, and then
Mhm.
support each other. and run things. So that's what I want for brothers. So awesome, bro.
Absolutely. My dad's in the IT field, so he's my inspiration. So I've grown up seeing, other black men in the field as well, because that's who he primarily worked with. But I wish I had found this channel, or I just wish I had found this type of content back in 2017, 2018, before I decided to go back to school.
Mm,
Because I went to school, for political science. Bad decision. I went in there with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to gain some level of power, but after doing my own research and just seeing how things were playing out in the environment around me in such a liberal institution, I realized that this wasn't the way. I
mm,
went and completed it because, I didn't want to quit because, it took me a lot to get there. But I realized halfway through that this wasn't the way.
mm.
And
Yeah,
now I'm getting into the IT thing. I'm doing stuff on Udemy with Python, and I'm heavily invested in crypto.
wonderful. And I also want to point out that there's two parts to my dominance statement here. So I want you brothers to individually dominate as yourselves other people. But after you individually dominate and achieve your goals, black men have to come together and collectively dominate. Okay? And collectively run things, collectively run businesses and governments and countries. There's got to be an individual dominance and a collective dominance. And that's the end goal for me and for us brothers, collective dominance, in us dominating industries, dominating people, dominating whatever as a collective. Awesome.
Right. And my journey, to this point, I guess it would many other people might have came across this. But I can only speak for myself. It all started with the whole pro-black movement stuff that was going back then, but then you log off and then you try to compare it to what's going on in real life, and you see that you start to understand that what the rhetoric that's being spewed on the internet by certain individuals isn't necessarily practical in real life,
Mm,
if that makes any sense to you.
yes, definitely.
Like in an
Um,
idealistic world, yes, all black people come together and we do this thing, yada yada yada. But it is clear that there is a huge sector, I can't even say a fraction, a huge sector of black people who clearly want things to stay as status quo.
yes, definitely, Jason. All right, thank you, bro.
Hmm.
Um, let me bring in Mr. Theo Waff, and we'll get the stream popping. Thank you for that, Jason. Put yourself on mute, bro. I'll come at you afterwards. Okay, let me bring in Mr. Theo Waff. Theo, how you doing, bro?
Doing well outside, having a good time.
Awesome, awesome, man.
I'm
Is that
enjoying some Japan culture right now.
you're in Japan right now, bro?
No, this is right. I take some of this. I'm in Japan. Exactly, correct.
Awesome. So Theo, thanks for calling in, brother.
Sure.
Um, Theo, what's your thoughts on this stream? Am I overreaching? Am I outreaching? Am I
No,
thinking too big? You know,
no,
I
it's
don't know.
something that has needed to be stated for a long time, and um, every time that men say, like black men start talking this way, people start saying no. And one of the things that I'm bringing in is IT, and I'm showing like there's a way here. I'll show it to you. I'll show you what the steps are, and it's not hard to do. So in the class, we've talked about what areas we should be dominating in. Where should black men be dominating? And I see two big areas where the men want to go into, and that is first in hospital medical.
Okay.
It's a really big area, and there's like it's pretty solid. You're not going to lose your job there. And next one's going to be machine learning, which is related to AI. So there's a there's a position there. There's opportunities there, and I think that the guys can do it if they do hard work, and they're more than willing to do it. And there's a lot of engineers or software developers who aren't even trying to go into these areas. So I think it's a good stepping stone if they do. I'm right there with them. I'm going to teach them how to get into these areas. I've worked in them before. One of the things that dismays me when I'm teaching my class is the students have such a low expectation of salary,
Hmm.
and I keep on hitting them over their head and say, stop that. You need to have a much higher expectation for salary. You need to go higher.
Hmm.
And I keep on wondering, like, who's holding you down?
Hmm.
Like, what is going on? Why so low? And so I want it to be high. I want the guys to be sitting there thinking, like, no way, man, $300,000 a year, that's a bad year. Or
Damn.
yeah, 300,000, that's half a year, maybe.
Oh,
Um,
Theo, that's big, and I like that, brother. That's
eh,
thinking very big. Lord.
but yeah, for me right now, $300,000 at a year, that I'd be lamenting, I'd be crying.
Oh,
That'd be a horrible year. Like, did I stop? What, I must be on a diet. I mean, I must be. What am I doing? So I really want the guys to have that kind of situation, that kind of freedom. So I'm teaching it to them. It's taken a long time, but it's building that inner drive and that inner knowledge of what you're worth, about what you can really do. That is hard. And a lot of guys, I don't know where it's coming from, but either it hasn't been nurtured or somebody shut it down.
hmm.
I don't know. But I'm in there to, like, try to reconnect that and say, no, man, you can do much better.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Theo, for what you do. Honestly, Theo, it is incredible what you do for the community, and it's much appreciated, bro. Theo, I've got a question to ask you. I've come across some recent, not recent, but I've known this quite some time. Other groups of people are doing things that we're not doing. So, case in point, let's keep it focused on IT. So let's just say the cybersecurity field. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're seeing Israel or Israeli men, you
Mm-hmm.
know, build cybersecurity companies,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
IPOing them, just building them very privately, and
Mm-hmm.
they're
Mm-hmm.
obviously accumulating wealth through that means
Yeah.
because they get funding from Series A funding, Series B funding.
Mm-hmm.
How can black men start doing that? What are they doing that black men aren't doing? Because obviously it makes me feel sad that men who are not black are doing that, but we're not doing that. They're building all these
Well,
different startups, and we're not. It's very. I don't know, bro. What's missing in amongst
I
black
mean,
men?
I use Israeli products, so they're very good. They're top notch. And so you have to be kind of smart to use them. So this isn't low quality; it's very high quality. But they're always under attack. So it makes sense that they have really good IT and security. Um,
I mean,
what
in
it
terms of
is
business, in terms of them just building different companies every single time, bro.
yeah, it comes into a requirement and urgency to get something done, and to say that, hey, I see something, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go make a business out of it, and there's not going to be anybody with me. I mean, I have my friends and colleagues, but I'm not going to have fun. I'm not going to do what's cultural for me. I'm not going to get laid. I'm not going to drink any alcohol for a while, and I'm going to have to sacrifice. And if you have that ability to really just lay it on the line and sacrifice for a number of years,
Mm,
then the rewards are amazing.
yes.
But that's really what it is. You don't have that. And then you have the media, and what's being portrayed there is absolutely horrible. And then the ABW, what the ABAW is doing is just totally destructive.
Yeah.
Um, there's white men cannot destroy as badly as they do.
You think so?
Oh yeah, because it's one thing for the white man to say something about us. It's another thing, like in our houses. Well, we're talking about America. We got ABWs right there saying by far worse, and saying you're limited, you can't do this, you can't do that, and being very manipulative and dominating. White men don't have the time to do that. They can't do that consistently. So I've really stated that the treatment of black men by ABW has got to change drastically. Um, that'll really go a long way. But again, there are many opportunities, and only things I noticed in my class was that when I was teaching, the students were always trying to figure out ways of using the cloud to sell a product. I was very impressed by that. So they're thinking about it. The desire is there. I'm trying to nurture it, but Black men have the desire to be entrepreneurs. They don't know the path, and they don't know how to execute. And that's usually why they're sitting there like, what the heck do I do? I don't know.
Yes. Thank you, Theo. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, bro. J Bones, can you turn your camera on in the background, please? Just so I know it is. I know you dropped off. I just want to make sure that it is you, bro. Just to confirm. Yes, thank you, J Bones. Thank you, brother. Let me bring in Mr. J Bones, who I know definitely has a lot to say about this. Hey, J Bones, how you doing, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up, IP?
What's up, Mr. J Bones? How you doing?
Not bad, man. I'm coming in clear.
You coming in loud and clear, brother. It's crisp as a clear wind in the night. Yes, bro.
I feel you, big bro. How you been?
I've been all right, man. It's just been a busy couple of days. A lot on my mind, and I thought I'd make a stream just regarding wanting Black men to become elite and achieve excellence, J Bones. And I know you have a lot to speak on about this, you know. And I'd love for you to give some wisdom to the brothers, J Bones, in terms of what you've seen, your experience, and what we can do to become dominant, to run things, and to be elite, brother.
There's 6 seconds left on the clock. IP. We need Michael Jordan to hit a game-winning shot from the top of the key. That's pretty much what's going on. Theo, cut it out. I know you ain't no better. Theo over there killing me, man. Yeah, man. IP. We in a tough spot. But I want to go back to something that you said. You know, I want you guys to understand, like, you know, every time it seemed like I was being harsh earlier last year whenever Theo and Tony came around, and I would tell everybody be quiet. You know, it was a lot of dancing around and goofball behavior in the live chat. And I said, you know, what do we need is 100 Theos. You know, IP, you just said we need 200 Theos, we need 300 Theos, we need 500 Thomas Demonhams. You know, it's we don't have time. IP, time is not on our side. You know, nobody knows what tomorrow's going to bring. Tomorrow isn't promised. We have no idea what we're doing. A lot of times I see so many brothers, they're just kind of lost. You know, we got a lot of brothers who are just the potential is always there. I'm never going to be the one to slander, you know, another Black man that looks just like me. But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to let you slide if I see you doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that doesn't, you know, it's really, really hard out here. IP, we're falling behind. I'm seeing it every single day, because the thing about it is that, let me show you something. IP, we only got one Theo, but across the street, the Indians that live over there, they got 600 Indian Theos.
Jesus. Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah, I went to it. Let me tell you something. IP, a couple of years back, right? I went to one of the G8 summits. It was one of my first ones when I was in college, and you know, it's like when you work at the UN, it's like they kind of mandatory make you go. And I was sitting there and I was kind of looking around, and I like to study other cultures. I like to study the way that they walk, the way they talk, you know, the way that they basically they're just dead serious about everything. They're dead serious about everything. In the words of our brother Neely Fuller Jr., Black people, we are silly about serious things and serious about silly things. Now, let me say that one more time. When it comes to us, especially as Black men, we are serious about silly things and silly about serious things. When it's time for us to go hard in the paint, you know, some IP, I'm going to just do it next year. You know something, IP? I don't even know how to get a passport. Man, you know something, IP? My baby mama tripping. Man, you know something, IP? She got me on child support.
Yeah.
It's just completely disheartening at this point. But we got to get it together. But I'll tell you one thing, though, IP. I think there was a brother, there was a UK brother that came on your channel. I think this was last year. I forget the brother's name. He has a real strong voice. He was talking about conservative Muslim and Islamic talk and stuff like that. I think he was very pro black, and he said something about having a international link up. You know, we need an international link up, a very strong international link up. Like it should be normal for Theo to pick up the phone and call IP in England and say, "Hey, IP, how much for this? How much for that? How much can we get for this? How much can we move around for that?" You know,
Mm.
how much it should be a normal thing with us by now. There's a brother on your channel from South Africa. I think his name is Desley, and he
Yes.
was talking about, he posted into the Facebook group, and he was thanking Theo for, breaking down the conference and basically how he can get in on some information even though he lives in South Africa. I like that.
Yeah.
That's real talk right there. That's
That's
that's ball
beautiful.
that's beautiful talk right there. That's real. We might be so far away from each other, IP, but trust me when I tell you, I want to see every last one of my brothers make it. I don't care if they're African American, they're Caribbean, they're from Africa, they could be from the depths of hell. If black men are going to make it, we're going to have to get this thing done together. Because let me tell you something, IP, the things that I'm seeing here, and especially with all this, the feminist movement, and, I think about our brother KS, man. Like I said before, he did what he was supposed to do. We got to carry on his work. Wars come and go, IP, but my soldiers are forever eternal.
Yes.
Wars come and go, IP, but my soldiers, they are forever eternal. We got to get the game plan going very, 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 very quickly, IP. I sit back, IP. I ear hustle. I ear hustle everybody. I ear hustle the Jewish people that I walk around with. I ear hustle the Italians. I ear hustle the Chinese. I ear hustle the Indians. Like I just got back from I was doing actually. We were talking about some
Sorry,
business.
J Bones. Are you too close to your mic? Because we have some like feedback or some fuzzy stuff.
I'm sorry. Is it better now?
Yes, much better. Yes, thank you, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was actually talking to some of the Mexican kids that I went to school with, and they were talking about how they've been investing, back home, and not only in their country, Mexico, but in South America. Period. We got to get going, IP. We got to get going.
Yes.
There's no time. I'm sorry, IP, but there's no time. Sometimes when you say stuff like this, a lot of brothers like to drag their feet. A lot of black men like to drag their feet. They not dragging their feet. I'm telling you, IP. Across the street, we got one Theo Waff, but across the street, you know what they got? They got 600 Indian Theos and
Yes.
500 Thomas Demenham Indians, and they got 700 Tony Berry Chinese men.
Yeah.
We in trouble. We in a lot of trouble, and we just don't see it. We just don't see it. IP. Something's got. We gotta get moving now. Right
Yes.
now, IP. I'm talking tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you,
bro.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, J Bones. Thank you for that insight there. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in Mr. Thomas Demihin. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, bro?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Thomas. Loud and clear. How are you?
All good, bro. How are you?
Fantastic, bro. It's been a great stream so far. What are your thoughts on the stream, Thomas?
Brother, my power level is rising right now. It's over 9,000. The fire is burning inside me, bro. Has
Yes.
been a very powerful live stream. It's so powerful that whilst I'm working, I'm going to listen to it more than 10 times.
Damn.
This information that you're providing, brother. Continue, bro, because this is the type of content that I want to see every single day. I always said this, IP, your educational live streams regarding finance, IT, the encouragement of black men is your best content. I want you to
Yes.
continue this, IP. Delay on the travel videos, brother. This is the content I want to see.
Damn. I mean, I love the travel content, Thomas. But there'll be more of this, definitely, Thomas. Well, I appreciate the kind words, bro. That means a lot, man. Thank you, Thomas. I'm happy it's going through to you, Thomas. Because Thomas, we have a lot of no pressure on you, Thomas. But we have a lot of hope in you, Thomas. We
Mm-hmm.
really do. We really do, Thomas. I know you're a very smart man, Thomas. You're in IT. You're in a field where that's where a lot of CEOs are coming from and CTOs. And I
Mm-hmm.
pray that one day you're one of those brothers, man.
It will happen, bro. It will happen. I'm just putting my head down, being consistent with my mission.
Yes. What was that,
Yeah,
Theo?
it's gonna be good. Yeah, when I go to Heathrow with Thomas's address and go appear and then kidnap him and take him to Japan, then the party will start. You'll be like, there you are. Thank me later. Okay, you can go now. Here's an extra £1,000. Go do it. Go div up that. See Junko, see Ayaka. Go Junko, go div up that stuff right there, right there. Go tear that down. And then I'll be back on the airplane. No, I'll go. I'll be in Japan for a while, and I'll make sure you're okay, and then I'll be like, all right, you're good. Get out there, but your power is going to be exceptional. I'd say 6 months after you're in Japan. That's when we're going to start seeing some real Thomas coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Until then, you're still like ramen inside the box.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of potential, but the taste's still
Mm-hmm.
there. It hasn't been cooked yet. But you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna
IP,
do
may
it.
I add something?
Yep.
Yes, go on, Jason.
So I'm going to allude back to something that Jay Bones and Mr. Theo said earlier about, or even Thomas, how that for every one Theo, there's like 600 Indians, right?
Yes.
And unfortunately, like how Mr. Theo was saying earlier, the reason why we don't have more Theos in the world is because within the home, the ABW makes sure there isn't more Theos. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
see to it that that doesn't happen. I remember hearing a story down there in Florida with this Pan-Africanist guy. He's a lawyer, right? And he has this whole organization about teaching black boys about law and how to handle firearms and martial arts and things like that. And you actually had black women taking their sons out of the program and not letting them join because they said it was too violent. Like, are you serious? But if your son ends up joining a gang or becomes a homosexual, that's okay. You're going to either turn a blind eye to it or you'll just accept it.
Crazy. Disgusting.
That's big facts. That's
And
big facts.
so I'm to the point now where it's just like we literally have to pretty much excommunicate ourselves from
Yeah.
that vast majority of
Mm-hmm.
black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've been preaching that for the past couple months now. Men like us, that the way we think, we have to leave the black community.
Yes.
Our priority is not saving the community. Leave it, let it rot, and let's build our own community through this passport movement. And we have
And
to
I
be
know this
elite
may
black
sound
men.
bad, but I know this may sound awful, and I don't mean any ill will, but that's why I really didn't say too much about the Buffalo shooting. Because, in all honesty, black people don't really care that much. They don't, because if they did, they would stop the buffoonery yesterday if they truly cared.
Brother, do you mind if I add on to that, please?
Go on,
Sure.
Thomas.
I believe truly, um, the educated black man is the strongest link in a community of violence. I truly believe that. We stand out as a sore thumb, IP. I feel like brothers, in order for us to achieve our full potential, we need to disassociate ourselves from negative individuals. I know it's a big sacrifice, but the biggest the biggest achievements comes with the biggest sacrifices.
Yep. Facts.
We need to disassociate ourselves from people who are not serious minded. I've done that, and yes, in the past, I kind of felt down. But when I saw the bigger picture, when my mother and uncles gave me motivational talks, I saw the benefit of that.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Thomas. Absolutely. Thank you. So, brothers, feel free to call in. We still have a lot of space on the panel. On that note, I'm going to bring in Mr. Jaron Patton. How you doing, Jaron? You okay?
I am doing good. How about you?
Doing fantastic, brother. Welcome back to the channel, bro. What's
Hey,
your thoughts
anytime.
on this? What's your thoughts on the stream, bro?
This is really interesting to me because this is the fine line between dominate and elite. And it's about like achieving success and greatness. And it's about being a leader to achieve your goals and your opportunities. You see, I see myself like as an opportunist. I see myself as making a impact, making a name for myself, achieving my success and greatness, achieving my goals and my dreams and my opportunities, being a leader, being dominant, being elite. Like you seeing like Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin of the Marvel Comics, the villain, because he's like a businessman, but he's also a
Yeah.
villain. And
Yes.
you see like Terry Silver from Karate Kid, Dory and Cobra Kai. He he's he is a rich man, but he's also a martial artist.
Mm.
That's why I look up to those guys because because they may be bad guys, but for me, I see myself as a badass. I'm sorry about my language, but for me, like I see myself as leadership. I see myself making a name for myself. And I don't want people seeing me like as a joke. Like people saying like you can't do this, you can't do that, and anything like that. Because for me, like I'm a martial artist in real life, to be honest with you. I'm a martial artist. And not just that, I wanted to travel. I wanted to achieve greatness, to make a difference, to like inspire people.
Mm.
And I wanted to know what's best for my children. When I have kids in the future, I wanted to build up and like do what I got to do to like
Yeah.
be who I am and not just throw my life away and just be to the
Yeah.
top, not to the bottom, but at the top and be popularity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, bro. I definitely get where you're coming from. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Almighty Ree for the $10 super chat. It's about make or break time for Black people. The wealth gap will be almost unclosable in 15 years. If you ain't on the high earning side, it'll be over for you. Luckily, it's still very possible. Oh, thank goodness. So we have to flood IT. We've got to start thinking about getting into high paying roles. You know, it pains me when I come across a young Black person, they're telling me they're studying sociology or they're studying arts or performing arts. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Performing arts.
IP, do you mind
It's
if I comment
crazy.
on that, please?
Yeah,
Can I
go on,
comment, brother?
Thomas.
Yeah, that's what that always pees me off, man. When I see smart smart brothers, yeah, study all performing arts or sociology, psychology. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? You see, I'm so glad, yeah. My younger brother, yeah, I pushed him into software engineering
Mm,
because the whole reason I got into software engineering, yeah, especially DevOps, because of my mother and my uncles, especially my mother. I think every young Black man, yeah, needs a hardcore conservative mother to push them, give them tough love because I'm doing great, yeah, because of the tough love because of my mother. You know how African parents are, IP. You know how
Yeah.
Caribbean parents are. They
Yes.
will push you, they will beat you because it's tough love. They know what's best for you, and I'm glad I'm teaching my young mates here get into software engineering, get into IT. I'm currently helping one brother who I was close to at university. He's doing well. I want I want black men to get into STEM because that's where the money is at.
Mm.
I don't like it when I see black men wait. I don't like seeing black men wasting time in jobs that are meaningless. Bob, I can get a psychology job I can get a psychology degree at the side whilst I'm doing IT. Psychology, sociology, but that's nothing. It's meaningless.
Can I add in on my experience on that, IP?
Before you do so, Jay Remo, can you turn the camera on in the background, please? So I know you're not a troll. You actually are a brother, not some pimple face white boy that wants to disrupt the harmony of intelligent black men. Okay, so if you turn it off for a couple of seconds, bro, and turn it off after, just so you're not a troll, Jay Remo. I'll add you in after. Go on, Jason. Yes.
So, like the other guy was saying, he's completely right. Like how I was saying earlier, I wish I never went back to school for political science. I wish I would have just focused on, software development, IT, because that's where the money is at. But I also think that, I would like to see more content from UIP dealing with along the lines of becoming preppers, black men becoming preppers, because, you know, the social economic situation in both the UK and the US is deteriorating at a rapid rate on a daily basis, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm starting to see homeless people. I'm starting to see more women being homeless. I'm starting to see other races of people being homeless. I'm starting to see Asians and Indians being homeless. And
They'll say yes.
I mean, yeah, they're getting what they deserve. Yeah, fuck them. But I'm sorry, IP. I'm sorry.
Language, bro.
But I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, it's these people. They're not used to struggling like how black people will. I don't see them taking it for too much longer. I think they're
Fact,
Yes.
fact.
so. I think that you should have some guys on here who are good at hunting. I
Mm.
That's something that I was wanting to get into. I wanted to learn how to hunt down an animal, kill it, and skin it. And then eventually learn how to store it. Store it for long term, and then eventually cook it. Because I feel as though that's a possible skill that we very well might likely need in the near future.
Yep. Facts, facts. Hey, Theo, man. Theo doesn't give a damn.
No,
I
no.
think
See, I could pay someone to do all that. I cook it, and then I eat it in front of the ABW on the street. Be like, hey, this is some tasty venison. Do you know what venison is? This is some tasty, some good stuff with some vegetable, got some stew going on here. Oh, what? You have this whole liberal study? You got this whole you got a PhD and you're on the street? Oh, it must be hard. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, this is some good venison. I'm really enjoying it. Maybe you could
what?
maybe you want to tear down your life and rebuild it. No, you didn't study DevOps, did you? Sorry for you. Okay, you got a PhD in what? Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, enjoy that. Yeah.
IP,
Damn. Hey,
IP.
yo, Theo, go on, Thomas.
No, no,
Jesus.
no. Hold on. I want Theo to finish. Brother Theo, finish.
Oh, I'm done. That's good. I did the DevOps thing. I'm happy.
Awesome, bro. Yeah, IP. I know this is going a little bit off topic here, but
Yeah.
recently, I had a conversation with a good black woman. She's from Dominican Republic, yeah, but she was raised in the United States. Do you agree with this, IP? Not all. She said this is her words, yeah. Not all Western women are toxic.
I disagree.
I disagree. I had to disagree. She said, yeah, because I was talking to her. I know this is off topic here, but I was talking to her. She said, yeah, uh, not all modern Western women are toxic and not all foreign women are perfect. I wanted to destroy all her points, but other people were talking. so I didn't want to overtake the discussion. But do you agree with her statement? Not
I
she said
disagree.
she said not all modern Western women are toxic, and not all foreign women are perfect. I disagree with
Mm,
that.
I'll let
hold
Theo
on.
answer that.
I'll let comment. So the Western women on unicorns, they're okay, and not all foreign women are perfect. Some of them are good, and some of them are perfect. They kind of have a range,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Okay, right. But I just want to say, make sure there are unicorns in the West, okay, and on those unicorns, the good Western women ride, okay. So just find that unicorn, you'll be just fine.
Oh
Thank you,
man,
bro.
yeah.
Thank you, bro. I Man,
Thanks
I
for that,
really
Thomas.
thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Thomas. So to go back onto the point, yeah, Theo was right there. So, you know, the way the world's gonna go in the future is that if you're not in STEM or if you're not educated in certain areas, those being law, healthcare, finance, and politics, it ain't looking too good, to be honest. It's going to become a very tech heavy world. So those who work in tech, those who are in STEM, will making a load of money and building wealth within that field. We as a society, as a civilization, cannot function without tech anymore. So we definitely need tech. We need legal stuff because without laws, we're a bunch of barbarians killing each other. Without politics, again, no laws. Without healthcare, how will we survive? We need healthcare. And without finance, there's no economy. So if you're not in those five fields, good luck. Good luck. And that's why we're trying to get you brothers into STEM and particularly within the technology field. Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
Yeah, I definitely agree. STEM is the way to go. Now, of course, I think later on our kids will be able to get into medical field and other fields that are also stable and high income. But it's for right now. Getting into STEM is really easy. Even if you didn't have the education in it, you can go back and get it. So at any time in your life, you can go into STEM, and there's always a demand for it. It doesn't matter. It's global. There's always a demand. So that's one place where we can start. Finance, you definitely need it for long-term stability, and also need legal. You just got to have those. So this is where we're going to be going in the future, but it takes a little longer, right? Got
Yeah.
to start someplace.
Yes.
Mr. Theo, I have a question for you. What are your thoughts about the Tesla robots? Because I saw a video of a Tesla robot that was being premiered by this white lady, and apparently it's strong enough to, pick up boxes. And they said on their website that these robots are going to be pretty much replace the warehouse worker headed forward in the future, in the near future.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that because the area that they need workers are drivers.
Mhm.
So putting things in the boxes, automating that makes sense. So in Austin, where I live, they have one Amazon warehouse that is totally automated at this time.
Oh, wow.
And so only the humans only do maintenance, observation, and then they're the drivers. And Amazon's pretty quick there. So that just kind of makes sense to do it that
Mhm.
way. I don't have a problem with that.
Right. I
Awesome.
think it
Yeah.
makes sense as well. I'm just thinking about all the people who will
Yeah.
consequently be out of work and
And that's
then
why
will be on the street.
and that's why, Jason, we're pushing out tech. We got to go into industries where there's high demand and where people always need that particular type of skill sets, cloud, certain areas in IT. You can never go wrong with those. Even software engineers, they're pretty much safe because they build a code, they have to maintain the code, and that's where people are gonna get richer in the future. And you want to make sure you're within that field, so you're not screwed over when it's time to automate your job. So what me and Theo are doing here, we're doing it for a reason. We've done our research. We know how it's going to go in the future. And of course, we want you brothers to have the wealth to travel the world, to go to different countries to meet foreign women. But having a good job and a good foundation where you can never become screwed over by your industry is why we're pushing IT upon you brothers. Thanks for that, Jason. Great point there. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
bring in Jay Remo. Hold on, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jerome for the $10 Canadian super chat. Thanks for your support, brother. Much love to you. Much appreciated. Shouts out to International Passport and Theo Waff for inspiring me to start the Udemy AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner course, ready for financial and geo freedom. Yes, indeed. You're
Yeah.
welcome, Jerome. Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Jerome, make sure to take my class. That's what I'm teaching. So take my
Absolutely.
class. You're in Canada, so you don't have to attend. You can, take the class afterwards. It's not a problem.
Theo, I've got a question. Sorry if I've gone off topic here. For UK brothers, obviously we can't go to your class or we can't go to your conference because it's all the way in America. I'm guessing you send a special link to us when it's time for your classes, right after your Manosphere conference.
No, it's basically what will happen is that the guys need to they need to be in your group first, and so from there they just need to PM me and say, hey, I'm in the UK, and then what's happened is that I'll join them into my group, and then that's where I actually post the Zoom links.
Okay. And when is your
It's pretty
class
easy.
going to start? Is it after the Manosphere conference?
Yeah, it's going to be June. What is it? June 18th, I think it is.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it'll be about it should be 5 British time,
Okay.
5
Awesome.
p.m.
On a Sunday or Saturday, on a Saturday or
on
Sunday,
a Sunday.
on a Sunday.
Yeah. And then there'll be special sessions for going over questions for the test. So that usually that Saturday night, I'll have to change that to like Saturday afternoon because you guys are in the UK, so I'll have to change that time as well. So probably like in the United States, I do my personal training between 10:30 and noon. I get done with that around 1 o'clock Central Time, which should be, I think, that's around 8 o'clock UK time, something like that. That's when and Saturdays, that's when we'll actually do our review of test questions.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Theo. And on that note, on Jason's point there, and what Theo said regarding automation, that's why brothers look into Amazon stock. You know,
Mm-hmm.
They're cutting down their costs to get more profit, which is good for their financials. Do your research on Amazon stock. If you go into, there's a stock split coming from Amazon. Hope you brothers
Mm-hmm.
bought the stock already. You heard about that, Theo, right?
Yeah, this is, I'm telling you guys, cloud is the way to go. The way that it is set up, the way that the economy is moving forward, you don't want to be in any kind of trivial job. Cloud, you will never, for the next 25 years, you will never be unemployed. It's literally impossible. They do
Lord,
not have enough people. Right now they're estimating that they only have 1/3 of the necessary workers, and the market penetration is under 20%. So that means if it went to 100% penetration, they would still, like, how many would that would mean? So they would need twice as many. So they would need 10 times as many workers than they have right now, at least, if not 14 times as many workers. They just don't have enough. So, guys, this is the golden age. Go into
yeah,
it.
thank you. Yes, and if we can get a large influx of black men within that field, we can dominate that. Earn very good money in that. You know, and hopefully it starts from this channel and it grows for word of mouth to other brothers in our own personal lives. You know, let's listen to Phil what he says. Let's get into IT. Okay, thank you for that, Phil. Let me bring in Mr. J Remo. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, hi, IP.
How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, how you doing? You're right.
I'm doing fantastic, bro.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I just want to say that it's been a great stream for me to listen to in terms of building your skills up and things like that. So I just wanted to just say that it was a great stream. And the point I wanted to make was about knowing about finances and following good financial advice. So I'm a big fan of Thomas Sowell. So I read a lot of his stuff about economics and how to understand utility and value. So I recommend a lot of our guys should, look to follow in his footsteps. That's
Okay. Oh, thank you, Jerome. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for making that point there. Thank you, bro. Awesome, awesome. Fantastic. So, brothers, feel free to call in. There's 4 more spaces on the panel. To get some new callers. If you want to speak your piece about this live stream topic, if you're already elite, so what's your plans to keep staying elite? So if you want to be elite, how will you reach your goals? And speak about consistency, execution, etc., etc. Awesome.
Oh, Mr. Theo, I have a question for you again.
Okay, go on, Jason.
Are you involved in any cryptos, Mr. Theo?
Yeah, I have over $500,000 in crypto.
Which coins?
Oh God, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dodge. What others? I've got a few others, don't remember, within the portfolio.
Okay.
I let somebody else manage it to some degree. I only come in there every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I have a specific theory about how it works. I did my own studies, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm using that in order to play the market. You got to be smart about it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Jason. Let me run it back to Jay Bones. Jay Bones, do you want to chime in any more in terms of black men becoming more elite? I think you had a great comment there previously, Jay Bones. I mean, you can even compare about what you see from your girlfriend's family side, what they do that we're not doing. How can we become more like that, Jay Bones?
Yeah, IP. Excuse me if you hear any background noise because I'm actually driving. Is it coming in clear?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about where the brother on the panel. I've been gone for a long time, so a lot of our new brothers I don't really know what his name is, but the brother was talking about a situation that was going down there, and I think it was in Florida. I don't know if it was Florida where they were doing the training. Was it Florida, brother? There was a brother, the Pan
Yes.
Africanist brother was training
Yes.
the yeah, it
Yeah.
was in Florida.
Down there around the Orlando area of Florida. Yes.
Orlando, yes. This is a real thing, IP. I never thought. Let me tell you something. Because we see it kind of differently because we're from a different culture, but it's a real thing, IP. The biggest threat towards our African American brothers here is not even white supremacists anymore. It's the
Huh.
BWs. Just think about it.
Jesus.
This man was literally hosting free information about defending yourself, and most likely those young black men that he was training in the firearms training and giving them special weapons and tactics to basically, defend themselves. They will use that information or they will use those tactics to defend other black people in the community. But the BWs went in there and they canceled it. But that's not the first time I've seen that. My brother's keeper program when Obama was around, that thing was it was more, I think it was a $500 million. It was changing a lot of young black men's lives. They were leaving the hood. They were leaving deprived environments. They were leaving, all these disgusting sort of environments that basically they limit our growth. And guess what? The black feminists canceled it. They canceled the program. They canceled them our brothers keepers program. I've seen this stuff before, IP. I've seen this thing. I've seen these things before, but we just never knew how bad it was. We never knew how bad it was, but now it's coming to the light. Unfortunately, I think some of the brothers here, a lot of them, a lot of our African American brothers, they're kind of holding on because they have a feeling within themselves that maybe the BWs might change. And let me tell you right now, they're not going to change.
I
They're
have
not
a
going to
question.
change.
I
It's
have a
They
not going
question.
to
never
happen.
ever
You want to
changed.
know what I think it is? One, I think a lot of black men won't leave out of fear.
Yep.
They don't know anything else. It's like a person who's been in prison ever since their entire adult life, and then when you try to let them out on the street to live a normal life, they'll do something to just keep themselves in the prison because they're too scared to go out. But thankfully, that program in Florida is still going on. There's still young black men in it. But the fact that there was black women still taking their kids out of it in the first place is a crime in itself.
Lord.
Yeah, it's a what's his name, IP. It's a real scary thing, and it's like I never thought that thing would be in It's sometimes you have to limit your opinion to be put on it because we're not part of their culture as Black Americans. You know, we're from somewhere else. But I cannot sit by and just watch my own brothers be attacked like that. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you see it, it's very scary. Like American culture, for a black man, you're looking out for white supremacists. You're looking out for, you know, the whether it's the white man or the white woman or the Asian man or the this or that. Blah, blah. But now you got to worry about your own sisters. I mean, if I cannot tell you how stressful it is. And a lot of our African American brothers, they're going to have to make a real strange decision. It's going to be uncomfortable, but they're going to have to evacuate the community.
Yeah.
They're going to have to, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just they're planning black men's deaths. Like these people raised $90 million off this BLM program because a black man died. And then they used the money, three black women used the money to purchase mansions. You know what's crazy? One of the mansions that they purchased, I was actually driving by my girlfriend's house and she told me she was getting new neighbors. Come to find out one of the BLM activists was moving in next door to her. Right here. I was like, oh, what the hell is going on? Like, you know, that's up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. They used the death of a black man to raise $90 million, and they spend it on brand new Teslas, brand new
Jesus.
houses, mansions, trips to Jamaica. I
Oh,
mean, the demon behavior just writes itself at this point, IP. They don't even need any help. They
J,
don't even need any help at this point.
J Bones, bro. Like I
Hold
said,
on,
I've
Thomas.
always. Oh, sorry,
So
bro.
can I just read a couple? Shout out to John Thomas for the £3 95 cash app. Thank you, John Thomas. Appreciate the support. He says, thanks for the show's IP. We need to invest black, yes indeed, and invest in black men. Yes, very much indeed. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Michael Conte for the £15.82 cash app. Thank you, bro. He says, keep preaching and inspiring people. Yes, I will. Thank you very much for the kind words, brother. Much appreciation to you, Michael Conte. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears for the $25 super chat. He says, great stream. Thank you for the support, Jeremy Sears. Much love to you, brother. Thank you, bro. Go on, Thomas. Sorry, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro. Like I always say, J Bones, the West is Babylon. Babylon. Like what's going on in America, man, is completely backwards. Even in the UK, the West as a whole is completely backwards. How are you gonna do that, bro? That's just like they want black men to suffer.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Their black men are disposable in the West. It's like currently right now, yeah. We're all living in hell. We just want to get to heaven.
Yep. And let me also add that as well to Jay Bones and Thomas' point. You know, when I heard about how they were spending the Black Lives Matter money, it just confirmed to me why we've reached the point of no return as to why I'll never go back to the black community anymore. It just shows you why many people all around the world don't take black people seriously. I guarantee you, if other groups of money, if other groups of people had that money, you best believe they'll use that money for the benefit of their people, for lobbying, for grassroots movements, for to change things in the system in politics, not spending it on mansions.
It's not even a
We
white
are lost.
life.
What
And then
the
when you try to let in his footsteps.
yo? We are a lost cause here. We really are. That was breaking point for me when I was reading the reports. Teslas, new mansions, holidays, ain't using that money to lobby in Congress, not for black men, black men's mental health, black men succeeding. Just BS. If you know what's right for you, black men, you will leave the current black community. There's no saving it anymore. There isn't. That's why a lot of you brothers have to hop off that pro-black stuff. A couple years ago, I used to be very pro-black. Used to be the biggest Tariq Nasheed fan. used to bump Umar Johnson every morning before before work. You know, Tariq Nasheed, can't forget about him. Now, I don't even care about this pro black stuff anymore. Right now, I'm pro black male. Okay, I am pro black male.
Facts, bro. Say again, bro. Say that again.
Pro black male. Pro black male. In fact, in
Because
fact,
100% IP.
I will be
100%.
more. I will be more. I will be more specific, right? I am pro black, educated, straight black men.
Say that again, IP.
Pro black.
I don't think the brothers are hearing you. Say that again.
Yeah, say
Pro
it one more
black.
time.
Pro black, educated, straight black men.
They're using all these damn different pronouns and all these damn different classifications. So that's pretty much ours right now. IP pro black straight heterosexual. I
Yep.
only like women.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I only like women who were born natural women. Let's
Yep.
get to it. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's get to the funkiness. Yeah.
Facts.
IP, do you know
Facts.
what the whole ironic part about all this is with the whole BLM supporters and all that?
What is it, bro?
Is that when people like us tried to warn black people, especially black women, about BLM and how they couldn't be trusted, it's because on their website back in like 2017, it said that their main goal was to dismantle the nuclear
The nuclear.
family,
Yep. Yep.
you know. And then when you brought that up, they were trying to say that you hate black women and you're just homophobic and all this other stuff, pretty much
Yep.
deflecting away from the problem that's right in their face because they wanted to deflect from the problem, right? They didn't want to believe it, even though they knew it was true. Now,
Facts.
now these same black women are graduating college, can't find jobs. If they do find jobs, they're not high paying jobs, and they're getting evicted out on the street more than any other demographic.
And Theo is the happiest man in life to hear that. Look at him.
And it and it goes back to the same point earlier of why I didn't say anything about the Buffalo shooting or whatever, because they don't care. These are the
All right,
same group
bro.
of people.
Let's not mention that shooting. I know you have your thoughts that obviously YouTube will come after my channel if you start saying some crazy stuff
Oh,
about Buffalo.
sorry.
I get
But
what you're saying, bro.
that's why I didn't.
So
No,
with BLM, right?
IP. He's the brother. The brother's right. We shouldn't mention the shooting, but IP. It will definitely hurt your heart, and you'll be very surprised. But there was a party down the street in a black neighborhood after that situation happened. So
Jesus.
yeah, this is where we are.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh,
Man, that's so messed up.
we live in an age. We live in the West is completely depraved, man.
It's not even that, Thomas. I get, yeah, the West is depraved, but like Jay Bowen said the other week, for some reason, right? What's happening in so how do I put it into words? What's going on in our community, the black community, is not happening in other communities. Like Jay Bowen said, the mainstream media will push out certain agendas that seems to seep through into our community, but the Chinese, Indian, Arab, whatever Jewish communities, they reject it and it's not affecting their communities. So what are we doing that's so wrong, in our communities? I'll tell you what, our community is very matriarchal. It's run by women, and the effect of it being run by women is what we're seeing today. A bunch of dudes who have no ambitions, who rap about killing each other, rap about having different baby mamas, rap about degenerate BS because there's no father in the home. That's the reason why what the mainstream media pushes out is affecting our community. If there's no man to teach and show some tough love and some iron hands on your children, the children will go wayward. Am I wrong here, Theo?
No, you're not wrong, bro. And the thing is, bro, the West hates a educated, strong, straight, masculine black man.
Facts.
That's why they're doing
Correct.
their best to emasculate us. The moment
Correct.
a strong, masculine, straight black man talks, he's seen as the biggest threat to the West.
Facts. Maverick Amaris, can you turn your camera on in the background just so I know you're not a troll and you're actually a brother? Then you can turn it off afterwards. It's just a vetting procedure. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Doberman for the $2 Canadian super chat. Slew IP, just stopping by. Theo 100%. Yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. Much appreciation, Doberman. Thank you, brother. Maverick, you confirmed. Thank you, bro. Mr. Jeremy says, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. He gives a black power fist. Thank you for the kind words and for the kind gesture, Mr. Jeremy says. Much appreciation, bro. Let me bring in Maverick Amorist. What's going on, Maverick? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, IP. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Wonderful. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, thank you guys so much. Like, this movement is just changing my life here in South Africa just for the better.
Mm.
Like, it's amazing, you know, because all the way here in South Africa, you think of Japan and it just seems like so far away from me, even though it's a dream that I've always had. But I listened to Theo on the last stream, and the more he spoke, the more, especially when he was going um, through like a step-by-step plan with Thomas Demihan, the more I started to see that this is actually possible. This is something I can actually do. I can actually do this. Like I'm still processing the fact. There's a part of the stream where Theo said like 35K or something doesn't even like touch his like monthly salary. I was like, whoa. Like
Yeah.
you convert like US dollars to South African rands. Like even if I have a fraction of that, that's life changing. And I think that's something a lot of brothers don't really like think about, because sometimes you see guys like, you know, Theo, and you think like that, like they're so up high there and you don't even like bother to try. But sometimes you have to think, if you even accomplished half of what Theo has accomplished, your life changes dramatically.
Yep.
And the sad thing is I don't see a lot of like black men around me thinking like this. I don't even just I don't deal with them these days, because I've never had like a very low opinion of myself. I've always, since I was in primary school, I've always had, you know, high ambitions. I've always looked towards greatness, you know, because how can I set low expectations for myself when you go to a parking lot in South Africa and you see a Lamborghini pull up, and then you have people around me like telling me, no, 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 money isn't everything, and they're all broke. That's the funny thing.
Crazy.
It's great. Mm.
It's crazy. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
actually saw this is, I'm sure Theo's gonna laugh at this. I saw a profile of a South African woman, and she's like, no, she's strong, she's independent, she's not gonna take crap from any of you brothers. And this is the part that'll make you laugh. She's armed with a liberal arts degree. Like she actually put that on her profile. I'm sure
Lol.
Theo's shaking right now.
That's funny,
I'm,
man.
I'm scared. What are the Japanese and Thai girls gonna do? Oh my god! Oh
Yeah, she's
no! What are they
armed
going to
with a
do?
Japanese. Yeah, she's armed with a liberal arts degree and some philosophy as well. You know.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. These people are just gonna get left behind, and I'm so glad that I'm one of those people who are smart enough to shut my mouth and actually listen
Yes.
when there's like
Yes.
people like Theo speaking, because you know it's some of these people, like especially millennials, are so damn ungrateful. Because if you look back in the day, right, if you like, let's say like me, if you were back in Africa, like back
Mm.
in the day, you had just the mindset of the people that were around you. Now, thanks to the digital age, the internet, you have people like Theo, you have people like Tony Berry.
Mm.
You think a smart person, it's like imagine if a millionaire came through your like neighborhood, you'd listen to them, right? But now
Yeah.
you have these people haven't accomplished anything. They hear Theo speaking and they want to fight him. They want to fight him because
Crazy.
like I'm also subscribed to a lot of channels on the manosphere. And it's funny how many people just want to pick fights with Theo, just like disagree with him, and he's not even saying anything controversial. Like this guy is just like, guys, get your money up, get into tech. Like, what is he saying that is so bad?
Yeah.
I just
And
don't get the
and, and
community side.
let's not even focus on those kind of people. Let's keep it positive on the stream. Let them hate. They ain't gonna touch Theo. Theo is in a high place. they're in a low place. They'll never come there, Theo.
Yeah,
I
facts.
just want to say we appreciate Theo for what he does, and in regards to these women, like I told you, brothers, good night is good morning, good night, goodbye, good afternoon. That's how I move right now in the West. I don't speak to them. I don't
Yeah,
care about the
I
day.
haven't messed with any of these BWs in like
Yeah.
years,
So
and I don't care.
yeah. So just
I really don't care about them. What? Hmm.
focus on studying, focus on becoming elite, and focus on dominating. If it means you have to leave South Africa, please do it, and just come to a different country where go on feel.
Just so you know, I had a lot of South African friends in Japan, and they're fun. They really liked it. They were really popular with the girls. The girls liked their
Oh,
accents. Yeah, so it was a good place. You won't. It's. I think that would be a good place for you to start and to really blossom. And it's not hard to get a visa. Um, so you should go there. You could have some fun for a while. Get into tech. You could do some,
yeah.
some
I
hard
was kind of worried
hard
about
work.
that because like South Africa doesn't have visa-free access to Japan, but you like that's not a problem.
You have a. Do you have a college degree?
I have some university.
You haven't finished it. So you need to see whether or not they'll accept you without a college degree.
Mm.
I don't know if your country is. Australia, Canada, New Zealand is, but hopefully you can go and find that out someplace, and that'll help. That'll really help you. And
Yeah.
then once you know, if you can do it without the college degree, hey, you're in. That's great. If you need a
Yeah,
college
but I'm
degree,
gonna push through like one. I'm gonna push through one way or another, even if I have to teach English. I don't care, whatever it takes. You know.
Yeah.
I do have
yeah,
one question though,
Okay.
and
sure.
this is something you've mentioned several times on the stream. You said if you're trying to buy property in Japan, you're like nuts.
No, don't do it.
Okay, but
Don't.
then where will I stay? Because I don't want to be like renting forever, you know.
You're going to be renting.
So like,
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. You're not going to be buying property there. That's okay. That's fine. Don't be expecting yourself to buy property. You don't want to do that. Don't please don't do that to yourself. I mean, really. I
why
mean,
though? Like, what's
uh,
the
All right.
major issue?
No, not the
no.
topic for
Like,
this. Sorry, bro. Without
okay,
another
okay, it's
topic
fine.
about Japan, we gotta keep on topic, okay?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Dr.
yeah.
Educate Idiot, send your super chat in the Cash App. I don't know if YouTube's trying to play up because obviously when we start speaking about serious stuff, evil forces, agents of chaos, will try and front, but they won't stop the movement and the language from going out, and the message going out to brothers. So sending a super chat, bro. All right, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna stay on for half an hour more. Obviously, I've got work in the morning. Um, so this has been a great stream. So call in, brothers, to speak your piece. I mean, I'm here for half an hour more. I think that's fair enough.
Mhm.
Theo, let me ask this, Theo.
Sure.
When did you start to feel elite? And when did you start to dominate in your field? What age was this? What was the turning point for you in your life, brother?
I think when I was for IT, it would be around 2001 when I was the fifth CISSP in Japan,
Lord.
and I was the first foreigner. So that's when I started getting telephone calls, people actively looking for me. My salary went from 85,000 to 120,000 in 1 week. So
Lord.
after that, it was more like specialized and do specialization. And then when I came back to America, I had to start at rock bottom. So it was understanding the environment and saying, what do people not want to do, and what are people bad at? And once I understood that, it was very simple. It was just emphasizing, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on that area. One of the things I knew about Indian coders is that they don't care about security. It's like, okay, they can code, I'll correct it. And then for the cloud, I saw that happening. I was like, oh my God, this is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. and I joined the bandwagon. I'm helping other brothers on that. I wouldn't. I would say I'm fortunate on this. With crypto, I made a bunch of good decisions, and then like 2011, 2012, and I just put the coins over to the side and didn't touch them. Looked at them 10 years later. I was like, oh yeah, I'm rich. Yeah,
Oh, so
that's how that worked.
Jesus. So I'm guessing you bought Bitcoin at discount
Mm-hmm.
price 10 years ago. That's
Oh yeah,
incredible.
it's very cheap.
Why did you invest into Bitcoin, and how did you even find out about it back then? Obviously, it was
What?
still in its early stages. What was
Yeah,
the
I knew
actual
about it. I
incentive?
thought it was cute. So I thought, if I have like 50 or 60 Bitcoin, I had extra money. Let's put it into it. What am I gonna do? I wasn't gonna go out on a super date, or I didn't have anything else. I just bought 50 Bitcoin, put it over to the side.
50 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yo, but this is what I'm talking about, man. Theo, again, this is why I respect you a lot. It's having the foresight, using your money to invest instead of spending it on a stupid Western woman on a dumb date. You saw the foresight. This is incredible, Theo. Wow.
Yeah, I made some good decisions, but I made a lot of bad ones. So something that I'm thinking about in my life right now is like how to continue making good decisions and then following them. What I noticed about my life was that I had made a series of great decisions, and the tragedy is that people either discouraged me from following them or actively blocked, and that was incredibly destructive. So I recognize that like right now with crypto, real estate, and my work, I'm over $1 million a year. And I was like, no, man, I could have done this like in my early 30s. Right now, I should be at about 2.5 to $3 million a year. And it's like, yeah, that's because I was discouraged. So you got to just be sure. You got to be studying. You got to be talking to people. Find the pulse. I studied a lot of finance, and there's things you need, like that are good about recessions that tell you about people. Like for example, after like when a recession is just getting over, like it's technically gonna stop, but the people are still poor. They buy luxury goods. So this is something you should always have stock in luxury goods because idiots will always buy that. They're like, okay, no, that's the kind of things you need to be seeing. Again, you have a lot of spinsters that don't need no man, right? Go look at what products they need. And we've talked about this in Kevin's groups. We need to get a stock portfolio of what they're going to need. Put some money in there because they're going to need cat food. They're going to need Depends. Like, put some money in there because those people, that's going to be I want some money from that. Like, you don't need no man, but I'm making money from you, woman. So give me. I want my return every month. That's the kind of stuff you need. That's how you need to be thinking. And in one way, it's kind of predatory, but it's good, smart. And then just always be working. That's it. Just constantly. You're never stopping. You need to exercise, of course. Something I'm bad at. You need to go exercise. You need to have a personal trainer. Get your diet right, things like that. But for the most part, always execute. Always be talking to people, get information, schedule your money in certain ways, and then always have a long-term output, long-term view. So you want, like, for example, I'm doing real estate. I'm not thinking about getting returns in 5 years. I'm thinking, what's it going to be like in 15 years?
Yeah.
That's my outlook. So my business partner is like, why don't you want it now? I'm like, I don't care about it now. I got money now. I want to get the return from the real estate when I'm not working anymore. Yeah. So do that. Just be realistic about the market. You'll be successful.
Phil, you're a genius. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Dr. Educate Idiot for the $4.99 super chat. The BLM folks are finished. They'll never get a chance to run a multi-million dollars donation scam again. They messed up opportunities for many. Yep. Hopefully they get sent to the deepest hell in jail. Absolute idiots. Thank you for that,
The
bro.
trial, IP, the trial is what is most important now.
There's a trial.
Wait, hold on. Somebody got background noise.
And so there's a trial?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, there's a trial. That's the most important. IP, we're not letting up on this. Punishment must be made. What are you talking about? We
Yep.
just getting started. We're not. These people were making money off dead black men. We're just getting started, brother. We got Fed charges on the way. We got Fed
Yes.
charges on the way. We got. I'm talking 25 to life. These people were making money off dead black men. These people were making money off dead black men in the community. Like they made $90 million off the George Floyd situation. They're not. There's no. This punishment is on the way. And the funny thing is, like George Floyd died, they took the money and then they donated it. They donated a big march. I think like 20 million of it went to Black Girl Magic.
Oh my God.
So a black man died. They took 20 million and then they gave it to Black Girl Magic. I said, IP man, at this point, the devil walks with us here.
Yep.
You know, he's the one making our turkey sandwiches. The devil's the one. He's basically doing my taxes right now. Because at this point, I don't know what the hell's going. These people are demonic. The brother was talking about this before on the panel. We should have saw this coming, but we did warn them. A lot of black men were warning these ABWs, like, yo, when you go onto the Black Lives Matter website, at the bottom and in big bold letters, it says, our goal is to basically cancel the nuclear black family. Huh?
Makes no
What?
sense.
You don't want you don't want a black male, black female, and black children as God intended. So
Yep.
what were you looking for us to do now? Yeah, man. No. We're not letting up, IP. We're not letting
Wonderful.
up. Yeah, punishment is on the way. We talking fair charges. They arrested plenty of them already too. It's this thing is about to, and we gonna be there. I'm gonna
Good,
be clapping.
good.
I'm gonna when they start arresting them, we're gonna lock the keys, and I'm gonna go
I'm
to a volcano and throw the keys into a volcano so they can never have access to it. You 23 and 1,
I'm
23 and
just
1 lockdown.
I'm just happy that it's not black men that are at the forefront of Black Lives Matter organization. There's a bunch of 3 or 4 black women, and I don't care
Yes.
if it makes black women look bad. Good, good. Tired of it. And as long as there's not black men involved at all, let these women rot. And if it looks bad on all black women, I don't care. You know, enough is enough. We're letting these BWs slide for too long. You know, they got the government as their daddy. They're running around twerking. Just sick of them, man. Sick of it. Shout out to Jeremy Sayers for the $10 super chat. Thank you again, Jeremy Sayers, for your support. Much appreciation to you, bro. Awesome. Thank you, bro. Awesome. And again, anyone that wants to dismantle the nuclear family is borderline stupid, because there's a reason why, and this is facts by studies, and we see it in the Indian and Chinese community. When you come from a nuclear family, dad and mom are in the home, there's 2 incomes coming in, they raise their children, you know, in a certain way to be educated, you are more than likely going to be successful on planet Earth. But we got certain agents in our community saying that the black nuclear family is oppressive. How can you? Ugh, ridiculous. Um, Theo, you came from a nuclear family, right? And look at Theo, a very successful elite black man.
That I constantly cite my father as being key to my success.
Wonderful.
He's is totally, and I will say this about BLM. I'm totally ticked off. When I saw that stuff on the homepage, I thought it was a joke that they can't possibly be doing this. This is, and then they were saying that they're Marxists and stuff, and I was like, this is a joke. These people don't know what's going on, and like, they were against family structure, and I'm not gonna keep on going what they said, right? And I said this
Hmm.
is impossible. It's not going to go through. And then when I started seeing the effects afterwards, I was like, I don't believe this. How did this one happen? Like, are you kidding me? And I was like, yeah, sue them. And then it all stopped. It was like, I was outraged. This is ridiculous. So, yeah, I always look at the liberals now and say, see what you made? Like, this is it. This is what happens. The black man suffers, It's only the ABW who talks. She gets the money. She directs everything. You liberals are enabling this. You are pushing it through. And says, nah, man, I'm tired of this. I'm done. That's why I
Yep.
stopped voting with libs.
Yep. Same. It's utter and complete disgrace, and our image took a big fall collectively. You know, if you're not black and you see that happening, you see, all that money that came through an unjust killing being spent on nonsense. And this is why I keep saying that black people are currently the biggest running joke on planet Earth. What's all that about? I guarantee you, the Jewish community ain't doing that. The Indian community ain't doing that. The Chinese community aren't doing that. Everyone's on code in their community, but in our community, it's a bunch of hyenas running around doing F4. Oh man, it's embarrassing, to be honest. Absolutely embarrassing. I'm done with the community. It can rot. I don't give a damn about it anymore. I got my own community. I got you brothers. I got the passport movement, the IT movement, and that's all. That's good for me. Awesome. Thomas, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. So, bro, I'm just completing some documentation for work tomorrow.
What? See, incredible. You see, that this is what I'm talking about: consistency and execution. Thomas is working at the same time listening to my stream. That's what I want to hear, brothers. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm currently on Confluence right now, creating some documentation.
Conference Jira.
Yeah,
Yes.
Confluence and Jira. I got to do that too. I got all kinds of stuff. So tomorrow's a national holiday. I'll be working tomorrow doing Confluence and Jira.
Oh dear. Wait, what documentation are you doing? Is it a playbook or run book or
So,
Thomas?
I kind last week, brother, I created some automation.
Mhm.
So it allowed so basically I embedded Google Forms into Google Data Studios. So every time a user creates a new submission, that data will be populated on Google Sheets. So then I use Google Apps Script to create an automation where new clients will be inserted into the information of new clients will be inserted into Google BigQuery.
Awesome.
So,
Genius. And
it was a lot of hard work, a lot of obstacles, but I managed to complete it. So I'm just creating this documentation for my
one
manager tomorrow.
wonderful. Role model. Thomas is a great role model. Jay Bones, another great role model. Theo Waff, another great role model. And this is how it should have been. This is how it should be in our community. People like Thomas should be the de facto role model for young black men to look up to. What do we have right now? A bunch of young thugs, Gunna, 50 Cent, um, you know, all these rappers rapping about killing other black men, got smoke for other black men, but ain't got smoke for non-black people, you know? A bunch of women twerking on tables, twerking in bikinis, with weaves. It's a joke. It's a joke. Absolute joke.
In the future, IP,
Yes.
in the future, it's, it sounds crazy, but you know, I saw a picture of KS when he was alive. He had some sort of he had like a group, like it was like a group of brothers, all dressed up in suits, and they had like a little mini conference or something like that. And I got a chance to see the picture because there was a brother in part of KS's group. He had consultations with KS, from time to time to actually sit down and talk to him. And I remember him because he was he's a very highly educated brother. He's Dr. Dunbar. He has a channel here on YouTube. He's a he's very big into science. He's very big into the STEM. He's very big into a lot of, brothers just becoming successful. And he was telling me something very weird that, I think he was talking about KS, and he was saying that there might be a situation, IP, that in the future, because people talk bad about us, IP, people talk bad about the concept that you will catch, Theo, IP, or Thomas Demmingham wearing a suit. And the brother was telling me, when the picture was posted, not only just the ABWs, but also other black males were insulting them, saying that, oh, they were bougie, or they were part of the boule crowd, or they were elitist. People said that about KS a lot, that he was elitist. But that happens in our community a lot, IP. I noticed that when I was growing up here, like, in American culture, a lot of black men that do well and they try and they succeed, they're automatically giving a tag as the smart Negro, the elitist Negro. He thinks he's better than everybody Negro, the
Yeah.
boule Negro, the bougie Negro. But it's like, doing the right thing in our community, you end up being tagged as a bad person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was. I remember when I was growing up, it was so weird just listening to some of these brothers. Like, when we came back from college, like, I used to hide. Let me tell you something, IP. I used to hide telling people that I went to Notre Dame. I used to hide it. I would often hide it, because telling people in the black community that you went to college, man, look at this brother. He think he better than everybody.
Mm.
Look at you over there wearing a suit and tie. Look at you, man. You over there reading them books. Look at you, IP. You trying to be a white man, IP. Look at you over there reading books and stuff like that. What, you trying to be successful? You trying to be like a white boy, huh? You think you a white boy? You ain't no white boy. Look at you, brother, walking around in that damn suit. You should be on the block selling drugs with me. You should be pulling up on these Bloods and Crips. We should be shooting up the block, getting women pregnant, and basically destroying our own community. They used to make fun of us, IP. They used to make
Yeah.
fun of us for going to college. If anybody grew up around us, like if you really grew up in the hood, y'all remember that. It was a bad thing to be the smart brother. Like, it was a bad thing to be that one brother that always stayed out of trouble. You will receive the biggest amount of hate for doing the right thing, IP. Imagine that. A psychotic world we live in, a 360 identity. I get more hate for doing the right thing than Tyrone, who just shot up half the block, impregnated Keisha, Bonquisha, and Shaniqua, basically sold half a brick to the whole neighborhood. He got Dominicans bringing in heroin, but he's the one that's celebrating when he's getting out of prison. Oh, man, IP. Yo, you seen that brother, man? Let me tell you something. You're going to have to free my brother, man. Free my brother. What did Tyrone do? Oh, he only shot up half the block. Yeah, but he only shot. Yeah, your grandmother is in a morgue. They're literally doing someone's funeral. Tyrone shot somebody's grandmother, but Tyrone is the man. Tyrone's the man in these streets, IP. Just nonsense, IP. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's very disheartening. Sometimes it physically hurts my heart, IP. It physically hurts me. I'm like, damn, the brothers that do right, we get more hate than the ones that do wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, how did we end up here, IP? Oh, brother, we got to ask some questions. Oh, no. We got to ask some questions now. We get more hate for doing the right thing. We get more hate for doing the right thing. I was on a panel one time. We were doing a panel one time. Let me tell you something. This brother literally insulted me. He was like, man, look at you, brother. You went off to college. You think you better than us. Running around here with that damn Notre Dame t-shirt on. You think you better than me, brother?
J
You
Bones,
think you better? I'm like, oh, Lord, Jesus
so sorry,
Christ.
J Bones, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But let me add on to what you just said. Just right there. You are better than him, brother. You are better because you chose the right path. Plain and simple. You are better.
Oh, I have the same thing. Just so you understand, this happened to me as well. I'll give a little bit of my story. So we have a standardized test here called, like, there's one's ACT and the other's SAT. And on the ACT, I remember taking it the first time when I was in the library, and a lot of ABWs were celebrating this one guy. He got an 18 on the ACT, and he could go to a junior college. An 18 Okay, so the highest score you can get is a 36. I got a 32. All right. So if you know how this test works, it's harder to get to the higher levels. Like anything above 30, it gets increasingly more difficult to get that score. So I told them I got a 32, and they all freaked out, and they basically stopped talking to me. And I was like, oh well, I'm not going to stop because I went to university over the summer, and I'm in university right now, even though I was in high school, and I studied like crazy, didn't drink, didn't shag anyone, and I got my result, and now I'm full scholarship. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to full scholarship Champaign-Urbana. That's just University of Illinois. It's close to Notre Dame. We have rivalries. That's why J-Bone and I will have rivalries. It's more about university. It's just kind of not same conference, but we're kind of the same area. So these people who think down on us, I would just like, why do I even why do I recognize your existence? Like, why do I do anything with you? And then the girls will go out exactly with the thugs, not be looking at them like, wow, you're gonna really be hurt. And so when I came back from Japan, these girls had, 4 or 5 kids. They don't know who all the fathers are. And they started talking to me and said, well, the good guys finish last. And I'm like, the good guys avoid you.
Yep.
That's it.
Right.
I'm done. No, there's no way. No.
You were
Yeah,
in
it was
university.
rough. It was
You
rough.
were
IP. Go ahead, IP.
you were in university in high school, Theo, already. Damn.
Yeah, they couldn't stop me. So there are certain policies regarding going to university. So I told them straight out that the high school wasn't sufficient, and I needed to go to university. So I paid for my own courses in the summer, and I started riding my bike to university, taking a course. So then what happened was that during the day there were certain courses I needed to take at the university. So while I was in high school, I just ride my bike real quick to university, take the course, and go right back to high school. And I was doing crazy levels of studies. And then my senior year, I took high school part time, and I was a full time college student.
Elite. Elite. That's
A
what I'm talking
super,
about.
super elite.
Super elite.
IP. Yeah, super
Him
elite stuff, man.
dominating his high school, dominating university. Theo's an elite one. So hold on, brothers. A shout out to Mr. Ronald Taylor for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Ronald. Y'all are speaking facts. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the kind words, Ronald Taylor. Much appreciation to you, bro. Yes, Theo, you are super elite. I don't know how you do it, Theo. But we appreciate your hard work. I can tell you worked hard in your youth, and it's paying dividends right now. In your current state, you are, brother. Fantastic. So I'm going to end the stream. It's going to be on Monday. It's a Monday over here in the UK. Go get some sleep for work. I'm going to go to everyone for one last closing statement, and then I'll end the stream. Okay. So let me go to Mr. J Bones. J Bones, do you have any closing statements, bro?
Yeah, IP, man. I was so beyond incredibly busy. I got so much. I was actually rolling through your catalog. I missed a lot of streams. I got to go back and watch a whole bunch of them. I still actually haven't finished the Argentinian stream. It was really good when I first started, but I got to go back and finish it. I got a whole bunch of your stuff that I'm really way behind on. I didn't get a chance to. I saw a little bit of a Theo stream. I got a phone call about it too. That a brother was telling me that it was really good. So I got to go back and watch it from the beginning. Um, but thank you to the guys, man. Much more, much definitely. Also, thank you from the beginning. Um, I remember you were saying something about this IP last year about how much progress we've been able to make. Just think about it. Just a while back, we didn't know Theo. We didn't know we didn't know Tony Barry. We didn't know people like that would just come through and help out a lot of the brothers. But yeah, man, IP is real crazy here. I think it's different for us, and I try to delineate, but it doesn't mean that we don't care. It doesn't mean that we're not trying to criticize them, but us being from different cultures, whether we're Africans or Caribbeans, I see my African American brothers here, man. IP, this thing is rough on them.
Yep.
Very, very rough on them. Very rough. With us, we just have a I don't care behavior. So, where I come from, if a woman is acting crazy, I'm just going to leave you on a sidewalk. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a feeling there. A lot of the African American brothers here, they care a lot about a community that does not care about them, and they have to make a statement. They have to wrap it up and just leave. They got to wrap it up and just get the hell up out of here, because it's just, if they stay, Lord knows that, a lot of the talent, in the community is always being criticized. Brothers do well, you're criticized. Brothers don't do well, you're criticized. Brothers lock themselves in a basement and turn the lights off, you're criticized. It's like you just be walking down the street minding your own damn business, you're criticized. It's just too much at this point. I said this before, IP. A lot of our grandfathers, they died with a broken heart. I'm sorry, IP, but we ain't going out like that. That's not us. We are not
Definitely
going to
not.
be going out like, definitely not. Definitely not. Inshallah, definitely not. Definitely not. Muhammad brought the message, Jesus brought the message, Buddha brought the message. I don't know what they look like, but guess what? Did you get the message? I don't know what they look like, but did you get the message? That's the most important thing. As always, IP, man, shout out to the brothers on the panel, Thomas. Shout out to Jaron Patton and the other brother that was in the room. I don't know his name, but he was here with us. Shout out to him too. Shout out to Theo and all of our usual suspects, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I hope you guys are okay. And I always leave it, man. Wars come and go, but my brothers are forever eternal. Wars come and go. My soldiers are forever eternal. Wars come and go, family, but you guys are eternal. We are eternal. My brothers, my soldiers, my friends here, you guys are eternal. Get them passports, holla at your boy Theo, holla at your boy IP, holla at your boy Thomas Demingham, and especially with the tech guys, you guys are doing the cloud securities, and you're doing the cyber securities, you're doing the software engineering. You boys are looking real good right now. I salute you. IP, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for that, J Bones. Much appreciation, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for the $20 super chat, Jeremy Sears. Much appreciation for your support throughout tonight. It means a lot to me, bro. Thank you, Jeremy. Awesome. Jaron Patton, Jab, any closing statements, bro?
Yeah, at the end of the day, because we're gonna have haters who do not know us. At the end of the day, we will become successful. We will gonna change the world. We will become dominate. We will become elite. It's about achieving success and greatness. No matter what everybody else gonna say, that we are better than everybody else, because we don't care what they think. Because at the end of the day, we being ourselves. And I will never going back to the black community. The black community. And you're right. It's dead, buried, and we are not going back there. We're building our own community, period. No matter what everybody else says. Dominance, elites, and about being a leader. I'm all about leadership. I'm all about inspiring people. I'm all about achieving success and greatness. I'm all about that. My goals, my dreams, my opportunities, that's what I wanted to focus on in the future. And that is all I'm about to say. And to the brothers out there, you remember what I said, those words. And that's all I'm about to say. I said my piece.
Thank you, Jaron Patton. Much appreciation, bro. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Thomas. God is great, and black men are the Lord's greatest shoulders. Amen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Facts. Thank you, Thomas. On that note, Thomas, Jab, any closing statements, bro?
Another legendary live stream, bro. Another classic live stream. Theo, thank you very much for coming back, bro. Your knowledge and wisdom is forever invaluable, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you, J Bones. Thank you, Jan Patton. Thank you to all the brothers who support this channel. IP, thank you very much for being a guide, our leader, and our mentor. Carry on the great work, brother.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas Demihin. Much appreciation for the kind words, Thomas. Thank you, bro. Mr. Theo WAF, WAF. Do you have any closing statements, bro? The floor is yours.
Good stream, guys. I fully enjoyed it. Glad to be talking here again. I'll be trying to make it a few more. Teaching the class is intense. So there's quite a lot of work that I'm doing there. That's usually why I drop off for a while, because I'm teaching students. I teach at least 12 hours a week. So that's intense. There's a lot of work to be done there. But hey, look, I want you guys to listen to something. I want you guys to know you guys can do it. It's more difficult to be a failure. It's higher expense to be a failure in life than it is to actually be successful. So go for the success. Believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. And if you don't, hey, join people who tell you that you can do it. Don't be with people who say that you can't be it. I don't know how many people I've been with who were hostile to me, and I had to really believe in myself no matter what, because I looked at the price of failure and I said I don't want to be there. But the people who made it easier are the ones who said, hey, we believe in you. And they gave me some opportunities, and I was able to take it from there. So keep it going. Envision what you want, and then work for it. Something that ABWs do. They envision, and then they don't do any work. They just sit there and expect it to like fall in their laps. That's not the way life works. You have to envision something what you want, and then you have to work to death to get it, and you have to work even harder. And if you do, you will get it, but it'll take time. It's not going to be instantaneous. You start thinking in terms of years. If you do that, you got some patience, you'll get it. So good one.
Thank you,
Enjoyed it.
Theo.
I will try to get on another one Thursday or Friday, something like that. It's been real. It's had a great time. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Theo. Have a great night over there in Texas. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, see you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you to Jay Bones. Thank you to Thomas. Thank you to Maverick, who called in earlier. Thank you to everyone who cashed out and super chatted tonight. That was greatly appreciated. As you can see on the screen, we do have the Manosphere and Passport Conference in June next month. So make sure you join the Patreon Diamond tier to get in the Facebook group to get details on how to book your place for that conference. It's going out really fast. So please make sure you brothers take advantage of it. The next one will be next year in 2023. There won't be one in December, as Theo has confirmed. So make sure you brothers join the Facebook group for that. It will be fast tracked through the Patreon. If you skip the Patreon, it will be a long process to verify you to make sure you're not a troll or some sort of agent of chaos. You know where to find me on the social media apps. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, the Facebook group. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. When I drop this video on my channel, can everyone please comment your thoughts on the stream? Comments are very important for the YouTube algorithm. We want to push out this information to intelligent brothers, like-minded brothers who need this information and intel. And so have a great day wherever you are. Have a great morning, great night, great afternoon wherever you are. And I will see you brothers on my next live stream. Okay, peace out, brothers. Peace. Thank you.